I just saw the young male when we came in, and I thought, oh, well, it's got to be the Styx Pride. They have been around the last couple of days. And then immediately saw the quite a bit more sort of developed mane underneath, and immediately, this is not the Styx Pride. And the females were all of adult age, so definitely not the Styx Pride that we have been having around. Certainly I didn't know, and because I hadn't seen the Kahuma females for such a long time, I didn't recognize the females immediately. The one female had a bit of an injury on her sort of back leg hind area. That would be a distinguishing point. So certainly male lions in their manes, and that's a nice sort of point to look at. And any sort of cut in an ear or injury or just those sort of things. But generally age groups and prides give you a very good indication of what particular pride you're looking at. And certainly when it comes to looking at large prides of lions, which I'm pretty much used to previously, getting to see prides of 20 plus lion, very difficult to be able to distinguish individuals. You might see one or two that have a very very definite marking or what have you in it, or a very different size that you are able to distinguish. But certainly when you've got 20 lions where 5 females look almost identical, would make it very difficult to be able to look at individuals. So certainly in larger prides makes it more difficult, and you generally just call it a particular pride and not an individual. But here with 2 females and 1 young male, certainly does make it a little bit more difficult to be individual with them. This particular male lion is in his, well, not in his prime just yet. He's a good, looking at about 4-year-old male, maybe more, and he looks like he's ready to do some damage out there as a dominant male. It's going to be quite difficult to be able for a single male to try and take over a pride at some stage. Certainly would need another male to form a coalition to make it a bit easier. Don't know the history too much of the Nkahuma pride generally. Oh, look at those teeth. He's a very, very good looking male, this. Very clean, not many scars, which tells you that he's not dominant just yet. Usually when males are dominant, they are full of scars from battling and fighting for territories and resources, the rights to resources within the territory. So certainly he hasn't had that battle just yet. Just by looking at him doing what he's doing now, this grooming effect, looking at how much loose skin that he has on his back, obviously tells you that these particular lions have not fed in the last 3 or 4 days, that they would need to hunt in the next day or so, if an opportunity arises. And as I said just now, that around the dam at the moment there's not much game at all to speak of. I'm not sure whether they've come in from the north or... Oh, look at that sunset there. Beautiful sunset. We'll try and get those colours when we move out.